You just returned from China, and some people believe that China is really moving out ahead and will sort of own clean energy in the 21st century. I believe it's fairly unusual for a U.S. regulated or unregulated utility to be so active in China as you are. And I know we could talk a whole hour about China, but quickly, is China really going to widening the gap and moving ahead of the United States in clean energy?
They're not only moving ahead, but they're moving ahead on China time.
And China scale.
And China scale. Don't underestimate their economic imperative. In the world, there's 1.6 billion people that have no access to electricity. There's a link between prosperity and access to electricity. Many of the people in China do not have access to electricity, so they feel like they need to do it. But what they also put a stake in the ground that, I mean, think about it. They're the largest producer of solar panels today, largest producer of wind turbines. They're building 24 nuclear plants. They are experimenting with small modular reactors, and I think have a very good technology. So they are really walking the talk. We do a lot of chattering in this country. We're a lot like our ancestors from Europe, the chattering class, who talk a lot about it. We need to be the way our country has always been, the can-do class. We have more in common with the Chinese in terms of making things happen, because we had a history of making things happen in this country. They're in the phase of really making things happen while we sit here and debate it. So yes, they're going to lead the way. And the other point I'd quickly make is the way they do research is fundamentally different than the way we do in this country. They create centers of excellence. What they also do is, if Tsinghua University, they have commercial enterprises there, and the institution is focused on their issues. So we need to change the way we do R&D in this country. We need to create centers of excellence around solar and wind, rather than spreading our money to every university across the country with, hundreds and thousands of science projects. We need to focus the sliver of money we get from the federal government in a more effective way. Can we catch up? I think that's a jump ball as to whether we can. And I think we ought to try. But we have got a lot of work to do. We have to change the way we do R&D in this country. We're going to have to change the amount of money that we put into R&D out of the federal government. And we're really going to have to change how we approach this issue if we're going to catch up. And I think that and why I'm there is because I'm making a bet, I'm hedging my bet, I guess, that they will develop wind and solar and nuclear and be able to build it cheaper than we can. And at the end of the day, my job is affordable, reliable, clean. And if I have to help the Chinese help me build my nuclear, or if I do solar on the rooftop, as I've done in North Carolina, Yingli, the Chinese company, won the bid. Mm-hmm. And so the point is, if I'm going to make it clean, I need to make it affordable. And if they give me the option of making it affordable, I'm taking it.